All right, everybody. We're going to start with the good luck stars that we had last time within the banner. Seemed to have worked out for Bobby, worked out for me in the basketball lineup, and did pretty well yesterday. Actually, had a little sweat in the big lottery on baseball too. So we got to screw around with the background here. What's good luck today? This one. That's like one of these. Yeah, I don't like this one. This one's a little bit too screwy. How about this one? That's just about as old as you can get. I gotta put a that's gonna be my task. Is I gotta come up with I'm gonna do a personalized background.
Sorry about that. My background.
Yes, Bobby.
How's it going?
Pretty good. So we're trying to get the good luck background. The good luck background worked yesterday, so maybe we'll go back to the good luck stars background here.
All right.
Look at it, Bobby. We got it. What is that? What are we drinking?
Oh, it's a kombucha.
What is that?
Kombucha.
What is that? Wine?
No, it's actually this one actually. Most of them are not alcoholic. This is alcoholic.
Kombucha?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that the type of alcohol it is, or?
It's like they make it like from mushrooms and stuff. It's like a health drink.
Oh, okay. Okay, very nice.
Alcoholic ones, yeah.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Baseball's a little. We got weather concerns a little bit still.
What do we got?
Well, Minnesota's there's weather concerns there.
Health drink.
Okay. Let me try and for some reason I can't seem to mute this. Okay. Ken Jones, we already put up a golf show just to answer that question. So basically the weather things have changed a little bit too. And just like the hitting weather in Philly is a little better than it was looking and also in Minnesota if it plays. So I am right now currently I still like the Yankees a ton, even though the weather is not exactly what I wanted when the day started, I guess. I like the mini Milwaukee stacks and even full ones, mini Philadelphia stacks against like two men. You know, I like Gregorius at short, for example. I like the Twins Rangers game, but I think that because of the weather risk, I'm probably stacking the game more, and also it looks like a good hitting environment in general. And then I also have. I want to see the exact percentage I have of them. I have 17% Lewis Thorpe and 20% Brady Singer, and they are almost all together in those plays. So those are my weird pitchers, and then I'm playing a combination of 50% of each, basically of Bieber and Buehler and Darvish on Fanduel.
Did you get any information on the Thorpe thing?
They said the team expects him to throw somewhere in the range of, I believe it was 85 pitches.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah, plenty.
I'm kind of with you on most of what you said, actually. So where I am right now, on DraftKings, I'll start with DraftKings. DraftKings, I have like a couple of main builds, and one of them is just kind of what you said with respect to Milwaukee. Like the one thing I'm doing is I'm in lineups where I'm paying up for both pitchers. I'm basically getting a full Milwaukee stack done. And where I'm paying down, I'm going to be either playing Darvish Singer, the other one. Thorpe. I'm going to do some, like you said, Bieber with those. I don't think I have it in me to double punt. That you're going to win that one.
So to me, that's the way that's just a strategy thing that I think is the right way. Like in general, to play tournaments, I think that you often want to do that. Now I know you're giving up a lot of. This is not a great day maybe to do that because you're giving up a lot of points at the top. And it's not like there's the greatest hitting spot for other teams, so it's not like I'm doing that in my main lineups. I have one big lineup where I am doing that. Actually, two. But I'm playing a lot of lineups today, and I feel like if I can get 35 between those two guys, I know that sounds terrible, I'm only playing the biggest bats in those lineups, obviously. And I just think it's a different type of build. Now, this is not the ideal day to do that. I think this is the better day to try and double stud pitcher and get the points.
Yeah, what I was going to say is what I'm doing in those lineups with the one up and one down. You know, a big stud pitcher and a cheapo. Is I am gonna be piling on the Atlantas.
The weather there has kept me off of that game somewhat, but I did want to get a couple of hedge stacks because I believe in it. It's not my favorite one, and you know what? Maybe this is a bad time for me to come off Atlanta. You got a perfect matchup kind of a guy. It's just for whatever reason I don't have as much of it as I normally would, and it's largely to do with seemingly largely home run suppressing weather.
What I have on Fanduel is a little bit different. I have more love for the Yankees over there, and I also have pretty heavy on the Twins over there. So I have the Twins. Oh, and I'll tell you who else I have. So I don't know about this about the wind. How bad is the wind in Chicago?
It's blowing in.
A lot?
From left?
Is it a lot?
I mean, okay, sorry. I'm trying to do my own thing too here. Sorry. Let's see. Weather. Let's see. No, not a lot, but it's cold.
I got some Dodgers over there.
Yeah, I think that having some Dodgers makes a lot of sense. I didn't end up with it.
I'm getting Lux at 2K.
Yeah, I think for sure. Take some shots there. The Dodger, it is less than it looked like it was. It's still good pitching weather, but it's not as good as it looked like it was going to be for a minute. Anyway, yeah, okay. I can understand it.
Well, certainly that makes sense. So what I'm doing now, do we have any? I'll look at the questions first. Do I have any right now? Look at all this. Wait a minute. You put a golf show together. Done already. Ken doesn't see it on the YouTube channel. Is it not on there?
It's on there. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Means about to throw no hitter.
Yep.
Thanks. Crazy. Membership. Yeah, Adam, stand by. We'll be there short. We'll be on that shortly.
Yep.
He really did throw a no hitter. Means. Jesus.
I think he was just on the verge of it last time I looked, so I don't know where it ended up. I'm guessing he did, based on what we're hearing.
Oh, I'll tell you who I like at catcher. By the way, I don't know about Cheapy, but you're getting and again, this is not the greatest thing in the world, but you're getting Yan Gomes hitting fifth at 3,100.
Yeah, and I just didn't mess with it. I have so much Maley as my catcher, it's ridiculous.
Really?
He's 2,300. Like that's all I can really say about it. I'm paying up in most. Like I said, if I'm using 50% dart, 50% of each of the pitchers, and it literally is at exactly 50%, except for a little bit less of Bueller over here. But it's right there, 48%. If I'm doing that all together, mixed and matched, wouldn't I have to then, I have to pay down? I don't know. I think it makes sense. I have to pay down some places. And so we can, if you really want to, we can really quick. I spent a lot of time today on this stuff, so we can go through like favorite everything. I can answer these questions too with you. Favorite FanDuel stack. I really like the Yankees today. I know that's not quite where it was. Stanton especially is my favorite on both sites. I think the next for me, I like Oakland. And I like the Twins and Texas, both sides of it. Yeah, he completed the no-hitter. Good for him. Congrats to John Means. I like the guy. He seems like a nice guy, and I actually think he's a good pitcher. Yeah, I appreciate that, Adam. He says the wind's going to die down a bit, and it has died down. But it's the cold weather is not as enticing. But I do think that, look, Dodgers definitely make some sense for sure. And maybe a little bit of a bump down to Bueller. need a cheapy catcher. I'm using Melee just because I also have other Vogelbachs and Travis Shaws and anybody, like a lot of cheap bats from that game. So I'm using Melee mostly as my cheap guy. Sean Murphy is my favorite catcher of the day, and then Sanchez and Garver if that Minnesota game goes, and I'll get an update on that as soon as probably a little bit later actually. But if you want to do positions, we can go positions too. Let's see. Oh, thanks a lot, Fresh Dollar. QQ, thoughts on Thorpe at all? Yeah, 17% for me on DraftKings. I don't love doing these things on these slates, but I decided I have so much of the same type of thing everywhere else that I wanted to get really creative and play a super super cheap low-owned pitching stack with every great hitter possible.
So it's not really going to be like to get out stacks to get like a lot of one-offs too that you want?
No, it's the stack. I mean, everybody's stack is Minnesota is expensive. The Yankees are expensive. The Atlanta's expensive.
I want to throw in a kind of a cool two-man. You got Machado out. I'm kind of into playing. Ohtani was just added as a hitter. I got Pham at like minimum cost almost leading off, and then you got Tatis at like what looks like a ridiculously high price for like a player. I'm putting the two of those together in like a two-man, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the golf thing. Who's ever asking about the golf thing, I'll just don't ask, and just keep it in the YouTube chat for right now because I don't want to be looking back and forth. But we will. I'll reload it or whatever. I don't know what happened. I thought it was loaded. I think it's loaded. But I guess maybe not. All right. Is there anything else we need to do before we just like maybe go through the positions real quick? I haven't built my last FanDuel lineup yet, but I'm pretty good other than that.
Yeah. Well, I just need to do a couple more. You can go through. I'm just still updating.
I'll go through my favorites in each position. So my ownership, and this doesn't mean they're all my favorites, is my catcher on DraftKings is pretty much exclusively Murphy, Melee, and Garver. Assuming the weather stays okay in that Minnesota game. My first basemen are off Mike Ford in my Yankee stacks a lot. Some Vogelbach even in my Yankee stacks actually. Some Matt Olson, but not a ton. A little bit of Freddie Freeman and Nate Lowe.
Yeah, I didn't play. Not yet. I was gonna say I haven't played yet any of the Robbie Ray.
Yeah, I didn't end up getting to. I think playing against him is also a really good way to go. So it's really that's the game that I feel like I don't have. To be honest, like of all the games that I feel like I don't have enough exposure to, that's probably the one that in Atlanta are the ones that fear me the most. Because
Bobby, don't worry about it because if Atlanta gets there, I'll win. So we're all good.
All right, as long as somebody's winning, I'll take it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, second base. Highest owned player by far for me is Brandon Lowe. I don't think there's anybody particularly close. Hernandez, we still have weather issues in Boston, by the way, and I don't really want to play Hernandez as a one-off, so I have him mostly in stacks with Boston because of the issue I just mentioned. If there's going to be a weather issue, I really am not going to take one-offs in a game that's currently looks questionable.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's my mantra this season. I just don't need to take that. I don't need to take weather risk, really. I really don't.
Sometimes you do. Like in Colorado, sometimes it's worth it. Less so this year, by the way, because they're not the same offense that they used to. They're probably the second worst offense in baseball. But which goes to show you that they're probably like in the middle of the road run scored wise, but they're the worst offense in baseball. So third base, I really like third base today. Just move one thing around. I love Josh Donaldson. I love Travis Shaw. I like Gio Urshela in my Yankee stacks. And did I say Matt Chapman? He's the other one. Those are the guys I'm using. That's it. I went to second base. My bad.
So this is where I'm at with respect to my pitching now. I will tell you. I'll tell you I'll give you guys all my exposures now. So I think I'm set with what I am. All right, good.
Well, let's go by position though, because I want to keep going. I don't want to. Just...
Okay, go ahead.
All right, second base. Who are you playing second? I didn't mention Ibanez. That's the only guy I didn't mention. Sorry. Third base sheet. Sorry.
I have. So what do you want? You want me to do second base?
Yeah, sure. What are your second base guys?
Okay, second base. I have Colton Wong. It's part of Milwaukee stacks. I have Albies. I have 20% of both those. I do have Josh Harrison into some Washington stuff. Do I have any second base one-offs? No, I do have one KC with Merrifield. Solak, I thought I was going to end up more, but no, and that's pretty much it. Nothing major, I don't think.
All right, third base. Who you got?
Josh Donaldson, full 25% of him. Again, the Castro thing, which I know you don't like. And then Austin Riley, again from the Braves. Those are and Travis Shaw from Milwaukee.
All right, and then shortstop. I didn't name mine yet on shortstop, so I'll go after you on this one.
Shortstop, I think my highest owned is going to be Tatis at 60-something hundred, at like 25% or so, and then I'm pretty much all over the board. If you want to know the truth, I have no real big leans over there. I got a lot of crap here. Got some Trey Turner, have some Bogarts, have some Torres. I'm really spread out at shortstop.
It sucks, in my opinion.
Good. That makes me feel better.
I like paying up for Tatis if I can. Mostly I can't because I'm doing the double stud thing.
Yep.
But Didi against Peralta, I like it as a potential home run matchup. Dansby Swanson, and I'm using Andrus in like 15% because that's basically the percentage of stacks that I have of Minnesota. I'm sorry, of Oakland. I think I have 20% of Oakland stacks. So I actually do have a little more of them than I initially thought I would. Bogarts and Boston stacks, Kiner Falefa and Texas stacks. I really don't like this, and I think that maybe the more I think about it, maybe just trying to play like Corey Seager or something like that, or spending up there for Tatis.
For me in the outfield, I have oh, look at this. I got Twinskies.
Yeah.
I got Mr. Buxton. It's been a while. Got Cruz. And then I have the opposite end of this spectrum. I got Victor Robles. I have a little bit of Trout. Nothing wrong with that.
Where did Robles get in there? There's so many cheapies. I can't believe you ended on him.
Yeah. Just
you saw the Kyle Garlick's batting cleanup, right?
Ugh.
For Minnesota, he's 2,600.
Yeah, I got to get that.
So, unfortunately, an unhealthy amount of Kyle Garlick.
Yeah, that's definitely a good call on that. I gotta get some of that.
Yeah, he and Kiermaier stood out to me as the two of the three. The other one being for me as a one-off that I like the best is Tommy Pham at 2,700.
Yeah.
But for me, that's the ownerships are Judge 30%, Stanton 40%, Laureano 20%, Pham 35%, Garlick 30%, Kiermaier 20%, Gallo 20%, Buxton 20%, 25%, 20% Cruz, mostly in relation to stacks.
You already mentioned
stacks for me today. Not as many 5-men today.
You already mentioned your catchers. I will throw in again Salvador Perez. Have some of that. I have the thematic Yan Gomes, and I have some Caratini also for San Diego.
For catch? Oh, yeah, that one. Interesting. I didn't even somehow Caratini missed me. What's his price?
How much is Caratini? He's 3,500.
Yeah, I want to give one warning about the San Diego thing tonight. I do believe this is this time of year where the shadows are in play.
Okay.
And that's when Bumgarner, the first thing he said in his interview, he was, I'd like to thank the shadows for his no-hitter, which was like the coolest thing he's ever said. Anyway, Yeah, so that's where I just wanted to keep it just as in terms of stacks. Like I still love Tatis and stuff. The Braves are in a great. It's really I almost wish like this is one of those nights where if I didn't look at weather, I think I would have just been a Braves person and just been all over it. And I just didn't end up getting there because of it. It's also hard to pay up for them, but I could have found a way to do it for sure. Yeah, them in Oakland stand out to me as the ones that I'm afraid of not having. I have a ton of the Yanks, plenty of Milwaukee players, even if I'm not stacking them. And then the Twins and Rangers game, I have stacked quite a few ways.
Brogdon is out. Lamb is out. Goga is in. And Sumner is out.
Okay, we'll figure that out in a little bit. All right, guys, any more baseball questions before we go over to FanDuel? Miami Mike says the Red Sox tweeted they plan on starting on time. Good for them. I actually think that's a dangerous thing. Is there pitchers we're using in that game? Not anymore. No, I don't think so. So I do think there's that increases the chance of maybe a potential delay. But Sheets, why don't we jump over to FanDuel and you guys fire in some questions? I'm going to take a quick look at the weather update.
This is probably a really, really bad idea, but I'm doing this anyway. So I'm playing a lot of Darvish on DraftKings. So I am making it a point to not play him on FanDuel, just to spread out my money exposure. I'm playing a lot of Peralta on FanDuel. I know you advised against it.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
I just think no. All I said was that it's so easy. So if you think he's going to be has a good chance to be the highest scoring pitcher, then do it. But,
and then the other pitcher I used over there was Bieber actually. I paid all the way up for that. But now the way I made that work is, you could play Atlanta. You can still play Atlanta over there, even with Bieber. But then you have to use Milwaukee, which is fine. I had no problem using Milwaukee over there. So over there, it's Milwaukee, Atlanta, Minnesota, and the Dodgers. Those are my hitters and those are my pitchers.
Okay, so I still have the Yankees. I'm starting to like it a little bit less. I think I'm gonna convert a little bit. I also think this KC Cleveland game I may have neglected today a little bit. But I mean the Yankees are really like the easiest team to afford on FanDuel that I love. I like Oakland. I like Milwaukee still, and it's really no different for me on FanDuel. I mean, I could literally play any stack I want and play Shane Bieber and have zero issue doing it. It won't be even like a little bit difficult.
We're gonna get a little better with what types of stuff I share on my screen, if at all. You know what I mean? I don't know what people are looking at. I don't know if people care.
What's triggering this?
I'm sorry.
Where is this coming from?
Well, no, because you're not thinking about it because you're not in charge of it, right? So I'm always thinking about what's on my screen and if that's helping people or not. You know what I mean? So, right. Like, for example, as we started talking about FanDuel, I naturally, in my instinct, says, let me put my FanDuel spreadsheet up there, Or do I need to put my lineup build on there? Or do you need to keep it blank? Or do you need to not think about it? Or are people just listening to us speak and not really looking at what I'm sharing? These are because you're not, sharing your screen, you're not thinking about it, but I am. So that's one of the things I'm thinking about. Like when we start talking about FanDuel, would it help people if I just like left this up here like this? But when we launch our site, probably people are going to have access to this anyway. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't, but I don't know. I mean, that's the only reason I mentioned. That's where it's coming from.
I appreciate it. No, I was just curious. I just didn't know if somebody had written something or anything.
No.
Okay.
But I like, but what's his name over there is really good too. Fam at 2100 over there works.
Yeah.
Where are you pitching wise over there on FanDuel?
Especially because you might get a little. I mean, he's still going to be owned and everything, but I do think Bieber is the best pitcher, the best. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. He's going to be owned still, but I think that it's Bieber or Bueller for me.
Bieber or Bueller?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind Darvish. I mean, obviously Darvish is a good play too. Like, but I don't see any reason. Peralta's fine. Like I just think he has to like come near outscoring them. And that's okay. He can do that. But if I get one pitcher and I can build my lineups literally however I want, I'm just going to do that. If that makes any sense, guys. All right. And like Gary Sanchez is 2,200. I mean, Scope at 2,300. Kiki's at 2,500. Like, there's just so many good plays that are cheap.
And as usual on FanDuel, it's about prioritizing. I mean,
but it's not like a hitting this versus pitching. Like the good hitters are cheap. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like you need to worry about that even. I do think I might get one now that I've started talking myself more and more into the Atlanta thing, but maybe I'm missing with the Indians. I hate overthinking this stuff, but I do.
Think about what you tell me. Like, whenever I start talking about the Indians, you're like, dude, why do you always like the Indians so much? I mean, they're not that good.
No, it's just that game looks okay, and I was a little worried about the weather earlier, so I kind of crossed it off a little bit. And I think that it probably deserves a little bit more of a look than that. Yeah, I guess that's why. I mean, there's not a lot to like. Even Boston, like, is a good lineup, yeah, but this is a terrible like hitting situation for the team.
I think Boston's going to rain out.
You do?
Yeah.
They were starting on time.
Oh, they are starting on time?
That's what they announced.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Not about raining out, but yeah, maybe for the hitters long term, yeah. If they do start on time, if they plan on starting on time, though, I'll keep the guys in as one-offs then at that point. But yeah, I am having a little bit more trouble on FanDuel. No, maybe I'm just because I'm trying to pivot off of my what's it called? I didn't mention him before, but I love Laureano today. I think Laureano is like one of the best plays in the slate. And,
go into more of that because you gave a really good rundown of why you liked him when we did the.
And leads the league in stolen bases. Robbie Ray walks everybody and can't hold any runner on. Not to mention that Laureano also has very extreme power against lefties. Robbie Ray is an extreme, gives up extreme power to righties. It's just everything lines up, you know.
Sounds like a good breakdown to me.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm sorry. Is that not? I don't know if that was enough. That's
perfect. That was perfect.
That's what I feel about it.
So what you're saying is he's got power upside, stolen base upside,
yeah,
and a matchup that supports it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
And I like Sean Murphy on FanDuel as well, and that's something no one will do. I don't think anybody. I don't think the Oakland's going to be that popular in general, but I think Sean Murphy is the guy who I would want to. Like,
what's his lineup spot? He always seems to get a good lineup spot.
He's cleanup.
Oh, really? So I was about to say sixth.
No, he's been in third, fourth lately, and you know you give these guys the right split against a guy who's an extreme splits guy. Like, I'm in. Anna and Piscotty also obviously in play.
Yeah, you had mentioned him earlier. What is he batting?
I'm sorry, which one are you talking about?
Piscotty.
Oh, Piscotty. He's batting seventh.
Okay. Well, he sometimes bats eighth. I mean, it's something at least.
Yeah. Yeah, step in the right direction. Meadows also is my favorite one-off in the outfield. If the pricing works out, like I just think he's an awesome play. I didn't mention that either before on both sides. And I will look at questions and then we can get on.
Yeah.
Outfield for the Twins, we've got Buxton and Cruz. Who would have thought there'd be a day where you'd be trying to make sure you get Buxton? I mean, other than us, Sheets. Like, who would have thought there'd be a day for normal people where they're trying to get Buxton in?
Yeah, no kidding.
What is the world coming to? I love Byron Buxton. I'm happy for this guy. Like, I believed in him for so long when everybody told me I was nuts and he sucked, and it's really nice when he doesn't.
Do people actually like just not like him? You know what I mean? Like,
they just thought he was like awful. They were looking at basic numbers. He was striking out 40% of the time, but that's fine with me. Like, I don't care how much he strikes out. He's also was figuring himself out. I think he's really figured it out. He looks great right now, obviously. So in my biggest lineup, I just say I'm using Darvish and Buehler on DraftKings, and I'm using Bieber on Fanduel. You could say it's a little bit of a hedge, but yeah, I guess it is. But that's just what I'm doing.
All right, you want to?
Yeah, we'll jump into basketball.
Transition to the shit show.
Yeah, seriously. And real quick though, I need to get you guys get questions in because I'm not going to be able to answer as many today because I am playing more basketball, so I need to edit.
God help you.
All right.
Giannis with a big old Q tag. Oh, he's probable, but
no, Giannis. Yeah, but there's no Middleton.
There's no Middleton. So, I was wondering who was going to pop as a result. Anybody want to guess before I put it up here? The correct answer is Pat Connaughton.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at. And obviously, Bryn Forbes. How could he go wrong?
Right. And then I'm going to use Vogelbach over here. I'm finishing my last baseball lineup before I get to this, guys. I'm about to be right there. Vogelbach.
And we don't have a Houston lineup yet, right? Rockets, I guess.
No.
Okay.
I don't have it. Fans open for Garlic, Bowers, Reggie Cordero, Gary Sanchez, Marwin, Bam. All right, so questions, fellas and ladies. All right, hold on a minute. I have to start edit this last thing. Barnes and Me Too are out. Okay.
That we kind of knew.
Yeah.
So let me just start with this. So KJ Martin, if he doesn't start, do we still like him?
Yes.
Okay. Dylan Wright.
This is a hard day because if there was no weather in baseball that I had to keep watching out for, I wouldn't. So guys, give us any updates that you see if the weather on the way too, because I'm trying to do both here, and it's a little tricky to do these. Probably not the 4 lock shows sometimes. The Judge or Stanton on Fanduel, I can only afford one in my stack. I think Stanton will be slightly lower owned over there because they're the same price, and they aren't on DraftKings, so I would go Stanton, and I actually think he looks great, but I think Judge is the better hitter in general, so tough one. Thorpe today, yeah. Yeah, Thorpe, we're playing some Thorpe. Mostly listening to you speak because also building lineups as you are looking back, screen it. Thanks, man. Yeah, just do whatever you get. Miami Mike told us about the Red Sox tweet. I appreciate that. Is King available to make his Kings debut? Okay. Gonna have to factor that one in. All right, I need to walk away for 1 second and then let me know what you guys have. I'll be right back.
Kevin Porter. Small forward over here. Like Beal. Yeah, it looks the small forward on DraftKings is a little thin. You can get Bradley Beal in it, small forward. If you want to do that. Or you could play Avery Bradley. 3K. Certainly do that. There's one loud. You can play Drew over here. Drew Holiday, questionable. Is he probable, though? Let's see what he's got. He's probable, so he's playing. Okay.
All right, so looking at questions here. Looks like there's nothing else here. Gallo or Fam for DK1 off. But what's up, MJ? Good to see you guys. Don't remember, please give us the like, the thumbs up. We're doing this for free right now, so please don't forget to do that, and make sure you subscribe if you don't already subscribe. All of that stuff. Yeah, I think the Yankees will be okay weather-wise. So I'm not worried about that one as much. Okay, so let's get to some basketball. So I'm getting my starting lineups page combined.
Who do you like more, Giannis or Westbrook?
Westbrook. But on FanDuel, it's different because of the positions.
Okay. I have them kind of equal.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
Who do you like more, Jokic or Sabonis?
Jokic.
Okay. I'll throw a couple of others. These aren't QQs. These are very well thought out Qs, actually. What of the following three values are more fadeable than the other? Like who do you need between KJ Martin, Delon Wright, Mo Bamba, and Marvin Bagley?
I mean, I think that Bamba's got the widest range of outcomes, probably.
So you're probably safest with Delon Wright or KJ Martin if he starts?
Oh, KJ Martin and Delon Wright. Those are the two answers.
Okay. So those two, and then Bamba and Bagley under that?
Yeah.
Okay. You like I'll throw one more at you. You like Avery Bradley?
No.
Okay. And I lied. One more. Just kind of brought him up before. You going to do anything with Pat Connaughton?
No, I don't think so. I'd just rather play Austin Rivers.
And somebody on one of the other shows brought up the guy that we couldn't pronounce earlier, the Ignatius Heralgia or whatever. Ignis Bragdicitis.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be necessary anymore unless we get somebody out officially, but I do think he's interesting. We do have – he's interesting with Carter out.
Okay, the one thing I will say is that even with I don't know if even though Carter's out, I don't know if Bamba's going to play like 30 plus minutes. I don't think he might need it, but that's my comment on that. I'm still pivoting, by the way, to Robert Williams off of Bamba in some lineups.
And I still like Davis Bertans.
Ooh, I like it. I like that.
And yeah, that's my other one. We also have, well, what's his name is now in the starting lineup? Anthony Gill. Ugh. Just muck it up. What are they doing?
Anthony Gill's in which starting lineup?
Washington. I don't know if it'll matter much. It's Bertan's position anyways.
So the good thing, guys, is that I'm not playing that much, that many lineups. So I'm going to finish that up in like 2 minutes, or like not even 5 minutes, and then I'll go right to questions.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Just do a couple of these random lottery lineups on DraftKings. I do have to fix my FanDuel. Sorry. This. We'll go maybe five lineups here. Because a couple of people asked me, by the way, that MMA thing. The final for me is not this week. They pushed it back till next week, and you know what? Pretty pretty sharp by DraftKings to do that. Number one, it's a better card, but number two, it's a bigger card, so that it's less likely of a tie.
Yeah,
which I kind of like. I mean, like, I'm a little scared of that, but because I'm not a favorite, but I like that they did that. That's a good move.
Yeah,
they don't want after like 6 months to have like a 6-way tie for first.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I want to get back to the Westbrook thing. I think if you're deciding between Westbrook and Giannis, it's going to be Westbrook every single time on DraftKings, and you should never even think about it. On FanDuel, it's totally different because the point guard position has some real value that I like. So I could see playing Giannis.
I'm gonna devil's advocate for a second. I'm gonna say that with Middleton out, I think that it is a conversation.
Is it a conversation about Drew Holiday?
No, about Giannis versus Westbrook.
No, but maybe it should be a conversation. I'm sort of segueing. Maybe it
should. I like Drew Holiday. He's in my main lineup.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We built differently because I currently have Anthony Edwards very highly ranked here. I don't know what.
Wow.
I don't see any way he's going to pop any which way, but the guy's taken an average of 20 shots basically, and he's putting up between 40 and 50 pretty regularly. It's a good matchup. He doesn't.
Yeah, my only issue again was what I mentioned in the earlier pod. Is that with all these guys back? I mean, it just seems there's much more balance there.
I see that too. I'm with you. I did end up with Karis LeVert in one of my first builds, and I thought of you. It's so hard because I really want to play Terrence Davis as a pivot off of Delon Wright.
Okay.
But I can't it's so hard to bring myself to actually just do it. They're not different enough in price, But Terrence Davis does have small forward eligibility. I guess that's something. So I think that Embiid is going to probably have a big night tonight. I'm not currently using him much, but I think that just wanted to mention. I think that it could be a spot where he kind of goes nuts, and I think he's going to get owned a little bit. So that's sort of why I came away from it because there's too many good options right there. But just wanted to throw it out there, I guess. Terrence Davis, if I did that, Westbrook, and I played Holiday. So are they really going to? They're going to if they say that. It's a nationally televised game, so that's one we have to know about.
Hang on 1 second. Last thing, and then I'll go with the Fanduel. Drew and Westbrook. That's such a good. That is such a good lineup. I'm afraid to do that on. Hold on a minute. Drew Holiday. Westbrook. We're gonna. It's like too good to put in the 555.
Too good, huh?
Yeah, that one I gotta. It's like that's gonna win by too many points. I think. I'm trying to think. It's probably a better lottery tournament than anything else. But all right, I'll live with it. Just because it wins the 100,000, that's fine. I'll live with winning by 25 points. That's fine. Let me see what
I am more into Rubio than I was earlier. I didn't mention that either.
You're what?
More into Rubio.
Yeah, so I lied. So I'm still building these. So let me see FanDuel. Didn't play that many lineups on FanDuel, but I still just have my dummy lineup in. So I got to do something with that. Yeah, so let me just see. All these guys. You doing anything with Nah, you're not doing anything with Armani Brooks. I thought you might do something with Armani Brooks.
Not at the moment.
No.
Anthony Lamb, I might.
Who? Oh, that guy again.
Got the forward eligibility, but I don't think I'm going to actually. I actually think Connaughton does make a little bit of sense because I'm using already other guys. Ugh. Feels gross. I feel gross.
Red Sox game delayed.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No more one-offs for you guys.
Man, I'm going to go back to this. All right, so we're going to get off of Bojan, and we'll go back to Kevin Porter. Hasn't failed me yet. Shooting guard on Fanduel. What do you like at shoot? Are you playing Fanduel NBA? You still like Terrence Davis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else at shooting guard? Grayson. I don't need to play Grayson Allen, right? No. Point guard. Huh. See this again. This one would win by too much. I don't think I can play this. Maybe I can't.
Muncie, who do I want as my other?
Let me just see shooting guard here. Let's see what shooting guard looks like. Beal, Levert, Clarkson, Booker, McCollum. Let's see what Heald looks like still. Does Heald still look like a good play? Porter, Heald. Yeah, that looks good. Giannis still look like a good play? Yes. Does Bagley still look like a good play?
Yep.
Yes. Does Bagley look like a better play, though, than KJ Martin? Probably not, right?
I don't think so.
No. So if I took him out, let's say
sites. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Fanduel right now.
Okay.
Kenyon Martin, I should say, on that side.
Yeah. There you go. Getting with the program. No, I'm just kidding.
And then this, ooh. Oh, I know where this is going to lead me. That buys me is another few dollars, and then it gets me to Mr. That guy. There's nobody that's going to play him. Let me just see. Point guard. Maybe someone's going to play him.
Who is it?
I was gonna say Morant.
On DraftKings, no one will play him. On FanDuel, I'm playing him.
Yeah. I was gonna say no one's gonna be playing Kemba Walker. That's probably for a decent reason. I don't know though. Morant.
I'm not. I understand if someone wants to do it. Like,
yeah.
I do have the Mo Wagner thing a little bit now.
It's like sort of revenge, no?
I guess.
Now it says the Red Sox radar looking good.
Great.
So, who's the guy at power forward? Martin, right? So Kenyon Martin, and what that got me was up to right. It got me up to Porter and 600 on the table, which is actually okay. All right. And then on FanDuel, we don't need. Still like Terrence Davis. that lineup there. Porter, Williams, Bagley. So now let's on this one. We'll go from Bogdan up to Porter. Fine. And this down to this guy. And then this wins by 20 points. Okay, good. This one can win by 20 points. Good. Okay. So we're going to win the monster by 20, I think.
Nice. That's a good amount.
I think. Yeah, no, I don't think people are going to do this. Let me just see before I. Just need one pivot, right? So I'm into this Robert Williams thing. Just to let you guys know, I'm also.
I love that you are.
I like the Healed. I have no problem playing Healed and Terrence Davis together.
Yep.
Play all three of those together, actually. Wright and Davis and Healed.
Yep.
And then my Fanduel 10%er is, just so you guys know, is going to be CJ McCollum.
I like it.
He might be double. He might be half of that, actually. So we'll see what becomes of that.
All I can say is keep an eye on the NBA news because there's going to be stuff to happen.
Oh yeah,
we know that.
And I could that game's quick, right? That game's early. That's the problem, but whatever it is. We'll take one of these out. It's probably pretty smart if I did this. Yeah. I was going to say I pulled out a Bogdanovich to play Chetty Osman in the lineup with McCollum just for kicks.
You know who I'm feeling really good about playing is and I've never felt really good about playing except for one other time and he went crazy.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers.
Okay.
I'm very excited to play him.
Okay. Let me give you guys my ownerships on DraftKings. DraftKings, just so you guys know, again, with some context, how many lineups I have. I have not that many. I have 7 lineups, so don't even look at it as terms of percentages. But I have DeLon Wright in all of them. I have KJ Martin in all of them, and then I have in most of them Westbrook, Bamba, Bagley, and just hoping that the rest of the sprinkles gets me different enough to make all that happen.
Yep.
But I got some Avery Bradley at 3K. I just throw it out there. And what else do I have? So that's pretty much it. Let me look at some questions here if there's anything. Gallo or Pham for DK one-off? That's not a bad question, is it?
Well, they're totally different prices, so it doesn't make it. I would never run into that issue, but I like Gallo better, if assuming the game is safe. I like Pham. I'm using Pham a lot more, but that's because he's cheaper.
Judge or stand on Fanduel, I can only afford one. I'm a Stanton guy, so I don't know. That's just me.
I feel Stanton at the moment is a little bit more locked in, but Judge is the better overall hitter. So just decide based on that if that helps at all. Sorry.
Yeah. Giannis Westbrook stack. I certainly cannot disagree with that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to avoid for me in a lot of cases.
Yeah, what I'm doing is this was my everybody's got a cross to bear. What I'm doing in I guess I could say this. So what I'm doing in my big one on DraftKings is instead of going Westbrook Giannis in that one, I'm actually fading Giannis in that, and I'm going Westbrook Drew. That's going to be my.
I've got that in one of mine.
That's going to be my deal on DraftKings.
I like it.
but there's certainly nothing wrong with Giannis Westbrook. That's certainly a lot more likely to get there.
DeRozan or Porter Jr.? I think it's DeRozan slightly.
I think that
DraftKings.
I think that Porter, and this is not saying anything earth shattering. I think Porter has certainly a wider range of outcomes.
Yeah.
Than DeRozan, which could be good or bad. I would say again, this is something I never really worked on. I will one of these days. I know no one else in the industry has worked on. Is how to balance the high variance, how to characterize your lineups based on how many like high variance guys you have versus how many low variance guys you have in your lineups. So like what I would say, like if you were going to play like if you're between DeRozan and Porter and you had like 3 or 4 different lineups or whatever it is to choose from, I would put Porter probably in the lineup that needed a little more variance, where I'd put DeRozan in the one. If you had like a good high variance, like upside type lineup, and you just needed to, a little more solidity or solidness in there, I would put DeRozan in. What else do we have? Your Yankees look clear. Yes, I beat the rain on the way back. From work today, actually. Thorpe projected 16 DK points, 85 pitches. Texas low implied.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I'll sign on for 16 DK points out of that.
All right, real quick, Fanduel. I want to play Kevin Porter Jr.
Okay.
I haven't got my updates yet, so.
Okay, so.
What he's gonna do. No, I'm just figuring out if I want to play him or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's in. I have 4 lineups in there, and he's in 2 of them.
Yeah, I love him. Okay. People are complaining in our thing about. I don't know where this is.
Who's complaining? I don't see any complaining. By the way, thanks everybody. We got without doing a lot of aggressive begging, we got like 1,000 subscribers.
We didn't do any begging
in the YouTube channel. So what I hope is that, I mean, honestly, like instead of like just everybody subscribing for the sake of it, I just hope that the people that are subscribing are actually actually going there each time we put something up.
The guy's getting all pissed off.
At what?
And not getting a video up. Bobby said he'd put something up. This is messed up. What the fuck?
Can you block like a single user from watching seeing the videos? Oh, really? I mean, on YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Well, anybody that bitches should get banned.
I may play Armani Brooks on FanDuel.
I was asking about that earlier. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to do it. Ugh. Takes me 100 off of what I want to do.
What do you mean? Oh, you have to swap out 100 somewhere else?
Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop from. I was going to play Cat as a low-owned play versus.
Wow.
And now I'm going to go the other route. Drop Cat and playing Brooks and Allen instead of Cat. I'm sorry, Brooks and Embiid instead of Cat and Grayson Allen.
This is on what site?
FanDuel.
I have no late scratches. That's good.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Knock on wood when you say that stuff, Sheets.
Not yet. I mean for the 7 o'clocks at least.
Well, look, dude, that could happen in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, but the game starts at 7. It doesn't. I can't do anything. I mean, like.
Oh no, I know, but that's what happened. That's the most frustrating one.
I actually care more about about not having to do anything.
That's
something happens, I can't do anything about it.
The status of your life and the fact that you live on the East Coast and it's 8 p.m. over there too.
I gotta. Oh, I gotta. I'll be back at 8. By the way, for that other thing. Wait, is this real? I'm looking. I'm looking at Jokic's like Q tag. Like somebody actually wrote this. He's probable due to right toe soreness.
Yeah, I know. The other one, somebody had a mouth thing the other day that I thought was hilarious.
Although I will say, by the way, that when you have a really bad toe, that sucks. I'm not saying that like if you're a professional athlete it should bother you, but having a toe thing really does stink.
Toe words. Was there anything else, guys, for late swaps that we should answer before we get out of here? Guys, good job, everybody. Glad you all came back and are watching. Again, please reminder to please hit the like and subscribe and all that nonsense. Appreciate it. Sheets, good job. Anything else we can do today?
Yeah, just win.
Just win, baby. You heard the